guys, and welcome to my channel Cricket Broadcast. I hope you guys are all doing well. I am also doing well. So today I have some really exciting video for you guys. It's about the predictions for IPL 2020 playoffs. So as you all know, all the 8 teams have completed their auction process, and they are loaded with some amazing domestic and international players. So and I'm sure it's going to be really difficult for us to predict as to who would be making to the playoffs. So based on the teams and their previous records, I have formulated 4 teams that would be that I think could make it to the playoffs. So without wasting much time, let's jump right into it. So as you guys know, this is our official side of the Indian Premier League, and let me go to the teams. So these are all the 8 teams that we have: the Chennai Super Kings, Delhi Capitals, Kings 11 Punjab, Kolkata Knight Riders, Mumbai Indians, Rajasthan Royals, Royal Challengers Bangalore, and Sunrisers Hyderabad. So the first team I think which would make to the playoffs is definitely Mumbai Indians. I mean, if you look at their squad, it's jam packed with amazing Indian as well as international players. I mean, their captain Rohit Sharma, also known as the Hitman, and then we have Hardik Pandya, who plays for India. Jasprit Bumrah plays for India, and then if you look at their international players, they have Karen Pollard, Lasith Malinga, Quentin de Kock. This guy is in amazing form. They also got in Trent Bolt. He's one of the top-notch bowlers that we have in world cricket today. They also got in Nathan Coulter-Nile. He's a great all-rounder, very handy batsman, to play as a tail-ender. So I think Mumbai Indians will definitely make it to the playoffs, considering they are the team with maximum number of IPL titles. So after Mumbai Indians, I think the second team that would make to the playoffs is our favorite, the Chennai Super Kings. This is also called as the team of the IPL, as they make it to the playoffs almost all of the times. Now let's go through their team. I mean, their captain MS Dhoni, one of the most successful cricket captains ever. They have Ambati Rayudu, very handy player to have in the team. Deepak Chahar, he's played for India. Dwayne Bravo, amazing all-rounder. His slower deliveries are very difficult for batsmen to pick up, And there is Fab du Plessis. There is Imran Tahir. He was very successful in the last edition of IPL, especially in the initial matches. And then they have Kedar Jadhav. This guy plays for India. Lungi Ngidi, South African fast bowler. They also got in Mitchell Santner. He can be very handy when it comes to spin bowling as well as batting at the end. And then there is Ravindra Jadeja, Murli Vijay, one of their previous Centurions. They have Shane Watson, amazing opening batsman from Australia. They have Suresh Raina, one of the most prolific run getters in IPL. They also have all-rounder Sam Curran and George Hazelwood as their seam bowler from Australia. So this is a very balanced team of Indian and international players, and with a smart cricketing brain like MS Dhoni, I think they shouldn't have a lot of problem getting to the playoffs. The third team that I think that will make to the playoffs is Delhi Capitals. They have a young captain, Shreyas Iyer. He's been doing really well. They were able to make it to the playoffs last year. He actually started playing for India, after which his performance has been extremely good. They got Ajinkya Rahane this year, very handy player to have in the team. He can rotate the strike very well. Amit Mishra played for India in the past. Ishant Sharma played for India. Kei Surabada, South African fast bowler, very handy player to have in the team. and then Prithvi Shaw, a very dangerous batsman, uh, actually an opening batsman, very, very dangerous. And then we have Ravichandran Ashwin, all-rounder, basically a spinner, but he can also bat. And then Rishabh Pant, power hitter in the team. And then we have Shikhar Dhawan, the Indian opening batsman. And then when you look at their foreign squad, you have Jason Roy. Uh, he's a power hitter at the top of the order. Amazing player. Chris Wokes, great all-rounder to have in the team. Alex Carey, very good player to have in the middle order. And he can be a excellent wicket keeper as well. Shimran Hetmeyer, West Indian young lad, playing really well. If he's in the team, I guess most likely he would bat at number 3 or number 4. And then Marcus Stoinis, Australian all-rounder. Um, Great team, young team, and with a lot of energy. So I think Delhi Capitals would also make it. I think the last team that would make to the playoffs is Sunrisers Hyderabad. The reason I got this team is because even though they don't have a lot of big names in their team, they've been very consistent with their performance. They have actually always backed their strengths, which is bowling. They have some really good bowlers in the form of Bhuvneshwar Kumar and then Billy Stanley, really good fast bowler from Australia. And then there is Sandeep Sharma, there is Siddharth Kaul, there is Khalil Ahmed, played for India. Vijay Shankar can also bowl sometimes in the middle. And then if you look at their batsmen, you have David Warner and Johnny Bairstow at the top of the order. They are a explosive opening stand, which have been proven to be very fruitful for Sunrisers Hyderabad, especially the match against Royal Challengers Bangalore last year. They also have Manish Pandey, played for India. Used to play for Kolkata Knight Riders in the past. Very nice batsman to have in the middle order. He can rotate the strike, also give some big hits. And then there is Mohammad Nami and Rashid Khan. I think one of these two will play. I think if you look at their international squad, Kane Williamson, David Warner, or Johnny Bairstow will always play unless they are unavailable for any reason. And I think the fourth international player might rotate between Rashid Khan, Mohammad Nabi, and Mitchell Marsh. They actually got in Mitchell Marsh this year, Australian all-rounder. So looks a pretty balanced team, even though their strength is bowling, but they've been very consistent, played on their strengths, and they were able to make to the playoffs in the last few years. They're actually champions of 2016 IPL. So that's it, guys. I think these are the 4 teams that I feel will make it to the playoffs this year. And guys, if I have to predict just one more team besides the 4 that I've already mentioned, would be the Kolkata Knight Riders. This is one of the most popular teams in the Indian Premier League, owned by Shah Rukh Khan and his Red Chillies Entertainment. As you all can see, Dinesh Karthik is their skipper. Tons of experience. He's a wicket-keeper, batsman, and captain. He played, for India and played every edition of the IPL. And after Gautam Gambhir stepped on, he became the captain of the Kolkata Knight Riders. They have Kuldeep Yadav, very, a very exciting talent, plays for Indian cricket team as a leg spinner. Owen Morgan and Pat Cummins have been some very uh, strong additions to the KKR squad. Owen Morgan, England skipper. So they, under his captaincy, they won the Cricket World Cup 2019. And then Pat Cummins, I mean, what an amazing talent. He is one of the top bowlers in world cricket today, from Australia. Very tall, young lad. He can also bat down the order. So these two, I think, should definitely play. And then Andre Russell, I mean, everybody knows his power and the way he played in the last edition of the Indian Premier League. And then Lockie Ferguson is another great addition to the team. Fast bowler from New Zealand. He can bowl Yorkers, he can bowl short balls, and you know, I think he can also bat a little bit. Sunil Narayan, of course, an all-rounder, can hit some explosive shots at the top of the order. And then there is Nitish Rana, a very handy middle order batsman, and then Shubman Gill, young Indian talent. So it's a pretty balanced team. So I think this team also has a good shot. What do you guys think? If you like this video, hit the like button and share your comments in the comment section. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye bye.